And this is exactly why the harlots and the publicans are going to enter the kingdom first. Because it's going to be easier for them to get rid of self-righteousness and accept the righteousness of God. You can't take anyone seriously who's preaching prophecy from the Bible that's been revealed to them by God. That means the Spirit of God has revealed it to them. You can't take that seriously because they say shit instead of poop. Where's that in the Bible? Corrupt communication in the Bible is always talking about false doctrine. And it's the same idiom as no guile. And who has no guile on their mouth? The 144,000. The very elect will have no guile on their mouth. No corrupt communication. They won't speak any deceit. They won't have any false doctrine on their lips because they're not presumptuous. That's what that means. Whenever well, there's a few times in prophecy where y'all say that they've swore or they've swore falsely. That means they've agreed to keep the covenant or take the calling, and they haven't done so. They've went back. They've started ploughing and they've turned back. That's what that means. Not swearing as in, certain swear words that we don't like in society now. Who even created these swear words? Who defined these swear words? You want to call them curse words, but that's not what cursing is in the Bible. Saying poo or crap or shit or shite. It's a word. The amount of prophecy you're actually fulfilling here is just ridiculous. You can't take me seriously teaching prophecy because I'm trying to wake you up out of the self-righteousness of the church by teaching you the righteousness of God because I said probably bullshit. I can't take someone seriously who, when I click on their account, they've got their boobs out and a crucifix between their breasts, like it says in Hosea 2. You are written off in this Bible. I can't take someone seriously who doesn't actually understand the beginning of Romans 10. Being ignorant of God's righteousness, the 10 Commandments, thou shalt have no graven images. You go to establish your own righteousness. You can't say bullshit while you preach the word of God. Says who? You can't have a graven image. Take the crucifix off. If you get rid of your idols, you'll maybe understand what I'm saying. The self-righteousness of the church is absolutely disgusting because that's why people have this pride, especially in the American church. They have this American pride. They have they've made up their own version of the 10 Commandments. Tell people you can't keep the actual 10 Commandments. So they've established their own righteousness, and that's what they're zealous for. So then they come and try and tell people who are teaching the knowledge of God. That means God has taught them this knowledge. Why would you go up against that? It's actually crazy. Then the only way you'll get the knowledge of God is if you actually keep the 10 Commandments, which you're not. It's just nuts. You go to establish your own righteousness because you've been ignorant to the 10 Commandments. So now you're fulfilling Hosea 2. You're fulfilling Romans 10. You're twisting the scriptures about filthy communication. It's corrupt communication. It's false doctrine. It's talking about the pastors and the people in the church, like yourself, who are actually hypocrites in judgment. You've came on here to judge unrighteous judgment. You should have just shut your mouth for your own sake. Like, what was it in the video that even convicted you? Because that's what happens. People get convicted from a message because they can hear the Spirit of God, but because they haven't received the love of the truth, they won't fully accept it. The conviction bothers them and pisses them off. So then they say, she said pissed off. That's not very holy. Who defines holy? The holy covenants of promise. There's no swear words defined in there for us not to say. The only thing we're told not to say is to take his name in vain. And I don't call him Jesus Christ. So if you get rid of your idols, maybe you'll be able to hear what I'm saying.